Committee, welcome to Health and Human Services. We will bring the committee to order. First item is request for bill introductions. Representative Brantley.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. I have a bill, RS number 2493, and it's in regards to health care and permitting chiropractors and APRNs to do daycare physicals.
Thank you. Are there any questions on behalf of yourself or?
Myself.
Yourself. Thank you. Oh, it's Representative Sherry Brantley. Any questions? If not, the bill is accepted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other bills for introduction? Yes, Representative Fairchild.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm introducing RS number 2922, which is a legislation which would establish a medical cannabis program in Kansas.
Thank you. Are there any questions on behalf, Representative, is that on behalf of yourself or another organization? Just Representative Brett Fairchild. Any questions? Thank you. Oh, one question, Representative Ellis.
What was that? I missed it. What was?
It's a medical cannabis bill.
Okay, I object. I don't want to be recorded.
Okay, there's one objection. This will be whether or not to accept it in committee to hear and work. Is there anyone else that has an objection? If not, we'll accept the bill. Thank you, sir. Any other bills for introduction? Seeing none, let's go ahead and we will do final action. House Bill 2436. We'll ask the reviser, Reviser Choi, to give us an update or a brief summary.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Committee, House Bill, House Bill 2436, as introduced, will amend KSA 22-2313 to allow a person rendering aid to another in a reasonable need of medical assistance to administer an emergency opioid antagonist. At the end of the bill, it does provide a definition for emergency opioid antagonist, which includes that an expired opioid antagonist can be used up to 10 years past that emergency opioid antagonist expiration date, and it would take effect upon publication in the statute book.
Thank you. Are there any questions for the reviser? If not, I would be open to a motion. Yes, Representative Weichel.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. I move the committee recommend House Bill 2436 favorably for passage.
Moved by Representative Weichel, seconded by Representative Ellis. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, we'll call the vote. All those in favor of the motion to report out favorably House Bill 2493, please say aye. Aye. I'm sorry, let me revise that. House Bill 2436, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. The bill is passed out of committee. Thank you. Next on the agenda will be final action on House Bill 2218. The reviser will give us a brief update.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. House Bill 2218 is a bill that this committee heard last year in February, and this bill would amend psilocybin, the current pharmaceutical composition drug. And so under current law, psilocybin is a Schedule I drug, meaning it has no approved medical uses and a high risk of dependence or abuse. This bill would amend the definition section of the Pharmaceutical Act to exempt certain pharmaceutical compositions of psilocybin from that definition of psilocybin, and it would add those pharmaceutical compositions of crystalline polymorph psilocybin to be added to Schedule 4 of the Uniform Controlled Substances Act. But this would only take effect upon FDA approval of that crystalline pharmaceutical composition, for it to take effect only upon FDA approval of that drug. And then that would then be certified by the AG, and that is when it could take effect. So it would exempt this certain drug taken from psilocybin from the definition of psilocybin that currently makes it illegal and move it to Schedule 4 pending FDA approval of that drug.
Thank you. Are there any questions for the reviser? Representative Ellis.
It's also called magic mushroom.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I believe that psilocybin is derived from mushrooms.
Thank you.
Yes, Representative Berquist.
Same comment. Thank you.
Representative McDonald.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I was just trying to jar my memory. Does this give like one company an advantage over other companies? Is this something that's in progress? Do we know what the name of the company is? I just have concerns, if so, about like capitalistic principles, competition.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So in the definition of psilocybin, it has this pharmaceutical composition known as Comp 360. So I would presume that there is already a company who's been working on this, testing it, working on getting FDA approval. So I guess they would have some sort of leg up, at least in terms of the timeline, but it wouldn't prevent anyone else from then developing later pharmaceutical compositions.
Representative Reeves.
I looked at the testimony from last year, and there was one person that was opposed to it. A corporation called Compass Pathways was the one that approached us with the bill. And the person that was opposing the bill had a concern, and that was that what Representative McDonald was already kind of saying was would it allow them to put a patent on this, thereby not letting other drug manufacturers, I guess, have access to it? I mean, is that even possible?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I am not an expert in patent law, but generally speaking, when the FDA grants approval to a specific drug, then you do get a patent for that drug. But that would not prohibit any other medicine that's then derived from psilocybin from also being worked on and then patented.
Thank you, Representative Reeves.
A follow-up, and going, I don't know if you'll be able to answer this, but until the FDA approves this, they are doing research, aren't they? I would think that they're doing research on it.
I would presume so,
Yeah.
but the legal parameters under which that is done are very particular, and I don't know about those.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Are there any other questions for the reviser? Yes, Representative Meyer.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My question for the reviser is kind of along the lines of what Representative Ruiz was saying, only in that previous testimony, I just wanted some clarification. It says in the testimony, the opposition testimony, that growing mushrooms at home using spores that are already legal under Kansas and federal law is okay. Is the type of psilocybin that this bill addresses, is that currently legal under Kansas law, or is it not?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So it's my understanding that psilocybin is derived from a certain type of mushroom. So if you just grow your mushrooms for cooking at home, that would be legal under Kansas law. But the psilocybin that this Comp 360 is derived from, the specific type of mushroom, is not currently legal to be prescribed.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for that. Question for Revisor Representative Bueller.
Just maybe additional clarification. Is this a synthetic compound? That's what this isn't the magic mushroom. This is a synthetic. Is that correct?
Yeah, I do not know that. You'd have to look to the testimony.
Just for what it's worth, my understanding is it was originally derived from the mushroom, but it can be synthesized. That's what my understanding is. Yes, question for the Revisor, Representative Ellis.
One question, clarification. It's not FDA approved.
Yeah, that's my understanding. It's currently not FDA approved, and this bill would take effect upon FDA approval.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Any other questions? Yes, Representative Berquist.
And the follow-up to that question, thank you, Mr. Chair. The follow-up to that question is, there's no evidence that the FDA is about to do it. There's no timeline sitting in front of it. It's just if they ever did. I think that's what they testified last year.
Yeah, I don't have any insight into the FDA approval process, if they're currently close or not.
If we could, yes, Representative Carpenter.
Thank you. So one of the reasons why we didn't deal with it last year was because of the FDA approval. At this point in time, they have 3 trial cases working on this specific deal to help mainly with PSDT, right? Okay, PTS, okay. I get my acronyms mixed up. So that is the trigger right there of dealing with this bill now, is the fact that there are FDA trial periods going on with this, and I think there's 3 of them.
Very good. Any other question for a Revisor? Representative McDonald.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So in your legal opinion, if this did not pass today and the FDA approved it in the meanwhile, what would be the recourse for the company that's asking for this?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So what would happen if the FDA approved it and we did not, then it would still remain illegal in Kansas, and then a bill would have to then be passed later to add this to the schedule. So they wouldn't be able to sell or market this drug in Kansas.
Any other questions for the Revisor? If not, then I would be open to a motion on the bill. Representative Bueller.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move that we pass out favorably House Bill 2218, favorably for passage.
Thank you. Is there a second? The motion is by Representative Bueller, seconded by Representative Howell, to move House Bill 2218 out favorably for passage. We'll now have discussion on the bill. Representative Carpenter.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. There are a couple of technical amendments changing the dates on from 24 to 25. On the first page, there are 2 right there at the top in section 1 and right in the act itself. And then on page 6, there on section 2, there's also another reference to 2024, changing to 2025. And in section 4, down at the bottom, there's also 2024, and that would be all of those changes.
Okay, thank you. They're passing out copies of that. It's basically changing the date because the bill was heard the last calendar year, so this would update that as a technical amendment. So there's a motion to amend by Representative Carpenter. Is there a second? Yes, Representative Bueller. Seconded by Representative Bueller. Is there any discussion on the amendment of Representative Carpenter? If not, then we'll take a vote. All those in favor of Representative Carpenter's amendment, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. The amendment passes. We're back on the bill. Discussion of the bill. Are there any questions? Representative Steen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just for clarification, this is not for any recreational use, correct? Is this just for medical, for medicinal? I couldn't remember when they came.
I'll defer to the
Thank you,
reviser.
Mr. Chair.
Thank
Yep.
you.
By putting it in Schedule 4, it would require a prescription, so it would
Okay.
not
The
authorize.
scheduled for.
Yes,
That's right,
Schedule
you
4.
said
Yep.
that. Thank you.
Any other discussion on the amended bill? Representative Bueller.
I'd like to make just a comment on it. We lose 22 veteran, or a veteran every 22 minutes to suicide. I have a good friend that lost his life a few years ago. I think this is for people like Ryan Wood. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of passing House Bill 22, I'm sorry? Oh, we have to have a new motion? Okay, is there a motion to accept the amended bill? Representative Steen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I recommend to accept the amended bill. A motion to accept the amended bill.
Motion by Representative Steen. Is there a second? Representative Howell. All those in favor of the passing the amended House Bill 2218 favorably out of committee, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no.
No.
The ayes have it. From the chair's perspective, the bill passes out of committee favorably. Is there any other business? Yes, Representative Ellis. Okay, everyone who would like their no vote recorded, please raise your hand. Looks like McDonald, Ellis, Blex, Ruiz, Drogi. Anyone want their? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it would be McDonald, Ellis, Blex, Ruiz, Drogi. Did I get them all? All right, any other business before the committee? If not, then we stand adjourned.